Raising broiler chickens is very challenging, and an even more challenging task is selling these chickens. I have experienced this 2 years back when I started my broiler chickens. I did not start marketing on time, and when the birds were ready for sales, I could not get buyers to come and buy them, and they delayed the birds on my farm. They had to stay for like a week more. I think about a week or two more on the farm, and these birds were just 100 pieces. Imagine selling 100 pieces in a time frame of a week or two. It's not good for the business. So that was what I experienced. But after that, gradually I started having some few buyers, and I started selling the birds one after the other. Eventually I was able to sell all of them, right? But this year when I started again, I decided to put a system in place. I decided to implement new ideas. How will I sell my birds without having them spend more time on the farm? So I decided to devise steps and measures that I will use, and it has worked successfully. I've even implemented this as part of the procedures in my farm. Like I told you, I am not in Nigeria. I'm in the Middle East, and I'm running my farm in Nigeria, and it has been successful because I put systems in place. I got good workers that are working for me, and they are following the systems, they are following the procedures and work instructions strictly, and it has been a success. And I tell you, it's a very sweet thing having another source of income while you are running a 9 to 5 job and you're not even in that location, right? So I've always said it on this channel, in case you need help and you want to run your farm in a system. Maybe you don't have time to run your farm, you're busy, you're working, and you have the money, you want to invest with your money, but you cannot do it because of your time. You can contact me, I'll tell you how to do it. It's easy, I've been doing it, I've implemented it, and it's working. So there is a description in the link below. My email address is there. You can just contact me via email. It's free, I'm not charging you for anything, it's completely free. I just want to share my idea with you. So that being said, I want to show you the steps that you can take to sell your broiler birds quickly, okay, without having them delay more than a day on your farm. There are a lot of steps you need to take, and that is what I'm going to show you today in this video. So just stick around. And in case you've not subscribed to this channel, please, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to this channel, leave comments, leave a like. What it will do, it will help the YouTube algorithm push the message to more people, right? So invariably we are helping ourselves, getting the message out there for everybody, because this is very useful if you're a broiler farmer. So you are going to learn a lot from the steps I'm going to show you today. So without further ado, let me take you to the point now. Okay, before I continue, I would like to let you know that in Nigeria, I think in most part of Africa as well, we don't like eating processed chicken. I mean refrigerated chicken. We want the chicken to be processed immediately and it goes straight to the pot. We don't like refrigerating it. So that's the kind of market we have in Nigeria. And if you want to sell very well in that kind of market, you need to have a way of selling your chicken alive instead of processing them and putting them in the refrigerator. I've had a lot of people saying, if your birds are ready for if your birds are mature enough, just process all of them, put them in the refrigerator, put them in the cold room, and forget about it. Buyers are going to come. I tell you, you will get buyers, but you will not. It will not be the kind of market you want for your birds, because that is not what people like in Nigeria. Okay, so point one is start your marketing and publicity early. You don't need to wait until your birds are ready for the market before you start your publicity. You start your publicity as soon as you start the business of raising broilers. So there are different marketing mediums that you can use, right? There are different ways to publicize your business. You can use the word of mouth. You can tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your relatives, tell your colleagues at work. You can go to the market and tell the wholesalers, the people that sell their chicken in wholesale. Go and tell them you have you're starting a broiler farm and you want them to patronize you. You go to people selling the processed chicken too. They also come to your farm to get chicken. So you inform all these people that you're about to start a poultry farm, you're about to start a broiler farm. Get their contacts so that you can be communicating with them. So that's the first medium you use when it comes to marketing. The second medium is the social media. I use the social media a lot. It helped me a lot. Now I use Facebook, I use WhatsApp, and I use Messenger. Those are the three platforms I use because that's where my friends can find me. YouTube, I don't it's not where my friends can actually find me like that. So if it comes to sale, I use Facebook, I use Messenger, I use WhatsApp. So you start sending them message as early as possible. Tell them you're starting a broiler farm, you're starting a poultry farm. You can post videos of the farm, you can post the progress of the birds as they are growing on the farm, and they will get to know about your business. I've actually used WhatsApp and Facebook to sell very well. I have a friend in US. When he saw my post on Facebook, he called me and asked me to contact my manager so that they can get some beds to his wife in Nigeria. Also, a friend from in the Middle East here also contacted me, and he also got some of my beds for his family too in Nigeria. So there is power in social media. Try to use it. Another medium you can use for publicity is handbill, banners, okay, complimentary cards and stuff like that. Because there are sometimes if you go and meet these guys in the market and tell them you're starting this, you have this product, you have this product, they will be reluctant to give you their number. So what you have to do is just to drop your complimentary card with them, okay? Then the banner is to show people in your area, people close to your farm, that this thing has just started here and you can patronize us, right? So banner, handbill, complimentary cards and stuff like that can be used for marketing. Then the third way of marketing, which is very effective, which I have found very effective, and I started that this year when I started running my farm from here in the Middle East, is getting a sales manager. Okay, my manager is just one person, but I told him I am employing as a sales manager. What I want you to do is to generate sale, because without sale there is no business. So your major goal is generating sales. Most of the operations on the farm, I have a poultry keeper that does it. So this guy goes about and letting people know about the business, trying to generate sales. He uses the social media I mentioned earlier in point 2 here to get people, his friends, his people around. He's using all the medium I told him to use, and it's working, because the last sale he did is he has been doing sales for me and I'm not there, and I've been having my credit bank alert coming in. Okay, so you get someone to do the work for you, let the person do the running around for you. All right, so that is for sales, getting sales managers, another medium of generating sales. So the second point on how to sell your bird quickly and immediately they are ready is maintain good quality and good food security, meaning the birds have to be of good health, and they have to be of good sizes. You don't want anybody to come to your farm and be disappointed at the kind of size of birds that you have in your farm. They will not want to come again, and you don't want them to come and see that your birds are sick. Please guys, don't sell a sick bird. It is not good. Some countries regulate this, but I don't think the regulation is strong in Africa, or maybe in Nigeria the regulation is not that strong. But if you have a good conscience, you should not do that. Don't sell sick birds, don't sell weak birds. And also, if your birds are on medication, please don't sell them. Allow them to go through the withdrawal process. Every drug has a withdrawal time. So try to leave them to go through that withdrawal time before you sell. Don't sell poison to your customers. Have conscience, because what goes around comes around. If you keep supplying people bad things and they might not know, but there is a way karma will pay you back. That is what I believe. So I sell good products to my birds. If my birds are not ready, if they are still under medication, I'm going to tell the people managing my farm, leave them, let them pass through that time of withdrawal period for any medication that they are taking before we can start selling them. So that is another point there. Make sure you sell good quality chickens. Make sure you sell them of good sizes, and also make sure they are not on any medication. Observe the withdrawal time of all the drugs. Don't sell poison to people. Have conscience, please. Have conscience. Yeah, for example, there was a time my manager, when we were starting new, he went to one of these fast foods in Port Harcourt, River State, and they told him they cannot buy from us. They cannot buy from small poultry farms because of food security. So they rather buy from big companies like Zatek, Agrited. That is where they buy their chickens from. because of food poisoning, because of food security. So if you want to get to that level someday, you need to start the process now. Okay, start giving out quality products so that someday they are going to recognize you and your business will shoot from there. Okay guys, before I tell you the third point on how to sell your broilers immediately and fast when they are ready for sales, I want you to subscribe to this channel. I know you're already finding value in the content I'm creating. Try to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification icon, leave a like, leave comments below so that the YouTube algorithm can push the video to more people and they can get this useful message. Okay, now this is a very important point. It has affected me, it has affected my business seriously, and this point I take it very important. Okay, now the third point is, do not attach emotions when it comes to selling. Do not attach emotions when it comes to selling. This is where a lot of poultry farmers, especially broiler farmers, get it wrong. They attach emotions to their business, to their selling process. When I mean emotions is because you went through the stress brooding them, you went through the stress raising them up. So if someone wants to come and buy and mention a kind of price to you, get angry and start chasing them away because they are not giving you the price that you want to sell them. Okay, so don't try to involve emotion when it comes to sell. And there is a simple trick for this. There is a trick I used. I devised this means when after all the disappointment and after all the anger, chasing people away, getting angry with these guys, I decided to come back to the drawing board, and I termed this reverse engineering of sales, right? Reverse engineering of the cost of your final product, right? I'm going to explain this to you analytically. Okay, before I continue, there is a set of people in Nigeria, we call them the aboki. They are wholesalers. They buy broilers and layers from farms and sell in the market. And people don't like selling to these guys because they don't like the way the prices that these guys are willing to offer. But these guys, to me, are the best people for the market because, one, like I said earlier, Nigeria, they like eating live chicken, right? Not chicken that is alive. That's not what I mean. They like the chicken to be processed in their presence while they are watching. They will not refrigerate it and it will go straight to the pot. Okay, so these guys are the people that are being patronized more than the frozen food people. So making these guys your customer is better than making the frozen food guys your customer, because these guys are selling more than the frozen food guys. These guys, they can come to your farm and get like 200 birds at once. Okay, like when I started off with my 100 birds, one of them came to my farm and actually wanted to buy all the 100, but I was angry because of the price he was mentioning. I got angry and I said he should leave. That is, I was attaching my emotion to the sales. But now I understand the business more. Okay, I don't need to attach my emotions to it, because these guys, I tell you, if you are a broiler farmer in Nigeria, these guys are your best customers. They can come to your farm and buy all the birds at once in one day, and that is what you want. So the reverse engineering process I devised is very simple, right? Okay, the market price for live chicken in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, to be precise, is like 5,000, like 5,000, 6,000 for wholesale products, right? Not for retailing, not selling directly to the consumers. So for wholesale, it's around that 5,000 to 6,000, right? This is the prices that these wholesalers are willing to buy from you. So if you are starting a business, before you start, you should calculate all this, meaning you should know the end from the beginning. You know you are selling your birds at 5,000. You put that benchmark at the minimum level where you think they will buy it. You put it at that minimum price. Okay, so if you have 500 birds, for example, and let's say 480 survive, maybe at the end of the raising period, you have 480 birds, right? So let's say you plan to sell 470. Now, if the birds are going for 5,000, so 470 birds times 5,000 per bed goes for 2,350,000 naira, right? So now, if you want to make a gain from a sales of 500, if you want your gain to be 500,000, for example, so that means you have your cost price would be 1,850,000 naira. That is what you want to use as your cost price for running your farm, right? So whatever you do for you to make that gain of 500,000 from raising 500 birds, you should not spend more than 1,850,000 naira to raise your birds. Anything you spend above this, you should know that you are spending your profit to raise them. So you try to do your calculation, devise any means that will make you raise those chickens within 1,850,000 naira, so that you will not encroach into your 500,000 naira gain. And with that, I tell you, you will try to detach emotion from your sales. So this has helped me very well in my business, and what makes it even easier for me, I am not on the farm, I am not in Nigeria, so I have no emotional attachment to the business at all. So once my sales rep told me, my sales manager told me, this is what I want to sell the birds and this is the total cost we've spent on the bird, I tell him to go ahead. I am not involved in the brooding, in the raising them up, so I don't have that emotional attachment. It makes me concentrate on the mathematics alone. I am only concentrating on the mathematics. That is what I'm interested in, not any emotions. You understand? So that is how I've developed my business right now. Okay, so try to, as much as possible, to remove emotions from your sales. The last but not the least is maintaining your customers. Your old customers are very important to you. Maintain them. Most of the sales you get are from your old customers, not from the new customers. In fact, the new customers are difficult to get. So if you succeed in getting anyone, try to maintain that person, and that is what is going to bring continuous sales to the business. The business is going to continue running because of these old customers. Okay, so try as much as possible to maintain the old customers. And how will you do this? Try to maintain constant rapport with these guys. Okay, communicate with them. Sometimes you can just chat them up, let them know that you are still there. Sometimes you greet them, ask them how's the market, how is things. Sometimes you can even ask them how is their family. You understand? Try to create a relationship with them. It's going to help you. Then number 2 is you try to get feedback from them. It will give them that perception that you care about them, you care about the business, right? You want to know how well you can improve on your business with them. So it will make them keep coming back to you. So try to get feedback from them whenever there is a sales from you. Ask them how long did it take for them to sell the batch they came to carry. Ask them if there was any problem, if there was any hitch, if there was any complaint from the consumer concerning the birds. Okay, so ask them those questions. It will make them know that you show concern for the business. You're not just here to make your own money, you also care about them. Then you can also visit them occasionally. Sometimes you can just go to the town. Those guys, those wholesalers that comes to buy from you, you can visit them in their spot in the market and ask them how is market going. You greet them, you shake them, you understand. You can go to your, if you're selling a processed chicken, you can go to the cold room where you have your processed chicken, the guys doing business there. You can sit down with them and chat with them for some time. Try to create a relationship. Okay, so try to visit them physically. Then the last one I'll mention is giving them incentives. Try to give them incentives. You can imagine if someone comes to your farm and gets 100 beds, I don't think it's too big for you to give them an extra bed as a bonus, right? Coming to spend to buy 100 beds, not a small money. So you give them maybe like 1 or 2 as a bonus depending on your capacity. Okay, it's going to make them come back again, right? Also, you can maybe when it's some festival time like Christmas, Easter, or any festival of any kind in your wherever you are in your location, you can just get gift items for them. It can be branded mug, it can be branded t-shirts, it can be key ring, it can be whatever. Just give them anything. Okay, let them know you are there and you care for them. Give them that incentives. Okay, and this is going to make your business thrive. They are going to keep coming back to you. Okay, so guys, that is what I have to say on this episode. I might still bring another video concerning sales, because sales is a very important part of any business at all. So as I get new ideas, as I get new techniques, I'm going to share with you guys on this channel. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel. don't forget to hit that notification icon so that whenever I release any useful video like this, you'll be the first to know. And always comment. Let's make it as interactive as possible, okay? And it's also going to help the YouTube algorithm to push the video further, reaching more people, so that you are sharing the idea to everybody out there, not only you consuming it alone, right? So thank you for watching this video. I am Oche Inalibu Leonard of Global Farms. Peace. I'm out.